The challenges of 2022. Moose CEO Scott Hart was going to introduce this next segment, but because of the joys of COVID, he's unavailable today. So, here I am. There have been a number of staff changes at Moose International over the past several months, and because many have a great deal of interaction with members and volunteers, we thought we'd introduce you to some of the new faces with whom you'll be working. Enjoy.
Hi, y'all. Hope you're enjoying your mid-year conference. Some of you may recognize me for wanting to hear my favorite story and doing a little dance, Humpty McDumpty. Some of you may know me for my singing, embarrassing myself during the karaoke contest. And some of you know me for my passion for the Moose, as well as my passion for you, the member. For those that don't know me, I'm Gordy Daly, Director of Business Operations for Moose International. And by the way, business is good.
Hello, I am Will Harrison, Coordinator of Activities and Heart of the Community. I have been a member of the Moose for over 20 years. I have served as Lodge and State Activities Chairman. I enjoy playing pool, darts, bowling, golf, shuffleboard, cornhole, or bags, and Texas Hold'em. Not that I am good at any of them, I just enjoy playing them and being around my Moose family. I have been on community projects like Relay for Life, Toys for Tots, Roadside Cleanup, and Moose Ride for Kids, just to name a few. I look forward to serving you in my new capacity. I would like to say thank you to all the veterans that are here today. Thank you for your service to our country and now for serving our Moose fraternity. Thank you all for attending your mid-year conference, and I hope you have a great weekend because we are stronger together.
Greetings, Moose members. I am Rick King, Chief Compliance Officer for Moose International. I bring to the office firsthand experience as a member, lodge officer, district officer, association officer, as well as being a territory manager for several years. This gives me a better understanding of what goes on in the Moose world. The goal of the Compliance Office is to work with all levels of the Moose and make sure they are following the general laws. The Compliance Office is looking forward to working with each of the lodges and members when needed to make this happen. Contact information for the Compliance Office can be found on the back of the new general laws that every lodge received back in October. I know when you call the office, it seems like you never get through. Please understand that we are working with thousands of lodges and members daily and may be on the phone. That is why it's so important to leave a name, number, and brief message as to the nature of the call. You can also email our office at micompliance@mooseintl.org. This email will go to both of the compliance officers and will be answered. Thank you for attending this mid-year and have a great weekend.
Hello, my name is Chris Maher, and I am your new training manager for Moose International. I wanted to take this opportunity to both introduce myself and to let you know a little bit about what's going to be happening in training in the next few months. First thing that's going to happen is we've got a new Basic 2-Hot class that I know a lot of you have been waiting for desperately for your Moose requirements. The 2-Hot class will be made up of 2 sections, the 2 in 2-Hot. Hot meaning hands-on technical training. The different sections are the Basic QuickBooks Online section and the Basic LCL Web section. Both of these sections will be in one class as either an in-person or virtual training environment. Both the in-person and virtual training environments will give you credit towards your Moose requirements. Look for these classes to be on the training schedule starting at the end of February 2022. The classes will be given starting at the beginning of March 2022. To get to the training schedule, please go to the Moose International website, go to the members area, and then click on Moose Training. There, under the training schedule, is drop-down boxes. You change the drop-down to the class that you want, click search, and it will bring up a new pop-up box with the training schedule for that class. If the pop-up box does not appear, please make sure to allow pop-ups in your browser and try again. Some other classes that we're working on are, of course, the Administrator School, that I know, once again, a lot of you need, and the Advanced 2Hot class, which will get into even more technical pieces of QuickBooks Online and LCL Web. Note that all of these classes will be offered in an online style once we are able to get that pushed out there. I know that you all can't wait to complete all of your classes, but let's have some fun along the way. Enjoy your conference, everyone, and thank you.
Hello, mid-year conference attendees. 2021 was a year of both highlights and challenges. The absolute highlight for me was participating as Chief Compliance Officer at the International Convention as we unified our membership. On the flip side, the biggest challenge for the legal department was the loss of our risk manager, a valued 13-year employee who most of you had some contact with during her time with the fraternity. Moving forward, I will now be more involved in the risk management process. The Legal and Risk Management Department is up for the challenge. Our 2022 goals are: number 1, 100% lodge safety form compliance. Number 2, lodge safety, specifically in regard to your lodge's premises and responsible alcohol service. And number 3, limit D&O and employment claims. First, the lodge safety inspection form will be available April 15th and will be due May 30th. This exercise lets the lodge officers inspect their lodge's physical premises and evaluate how safe they are for members and guests. Lodge safety inspection forms that are submitted on time through Moose Admin will receive credit toward their lodge's risk pool assessments. Next, we want our lodges to be safe and healthy spaces for our members and guests. The key to a safe lodge is responsible alcohol service, so all servers must be tip certified or the state equivalent. Finally, our lodge employees are valuable assets and should be treated respectfully by officers, members, and guests. Clearly, lodges need to avoid all forms of employee harassment, sexual or otherwise. I hope that 2022 brings your lodge much success and good times. And before I go, I leave you with this. It is so cold here today. How cold is it, you ask? So cold that I just saw a lawyer with his hands in his own pocket.